Knowt flashcards offer several methods for practicing material for your students. One of the more popular ones is Learn Mode. Learn Mode will allow students to choose options of how they want to study this particular material. They can choose how many rounds, they can select the type of questions, whether it's flashcards, multiple choice, written, true and false. They can choose the question format, whether to answer with a term or answer with a definition. And then they can also set some learning options like studying star terms only, shuffling terms, smart grading, retyping answers, and allowing an override for wrong answers. Students also have the ability to turn sound effects off if chosen, or they can also set background music if they'd like with some different options, and they can turn the autoplay audio feature on if they'd like. Once the settings have been chosen, you can go into Start and go ahead and practice. Students can also choose to get a hint in this practice mode, which will eliminate a few choices and help their decision making a little more simple. Once the practice mode has completed, students will receive feedback on how they've done and have some studying progress stats listed on the screen. Another practice mode is Practice Test. Again, students have the option of selecting the settings for the practice test. They can click Start, they can answer the questions, they'll get feedback at the end. When using the different study modes on Knowt flashcards, there is an option for students to add an exam date, which can help them formulate a study plan. The third option is spaced repetition. Just like the other practice modes, students have the option to adjust the settings for this mode. Although with this one, they can choose how their time intervals should be. With spaced repetition, you won't see the same cards until some time elapses, and each day you'll learn new cards and review old ones. The harder the card, the more frequently you'll review it. And students also have the option for matching practice. And students will receive feedback on that. And the last option on the right is flashcards, where students will have it in the traditional flashcard mode.